Saturday. Guess what day it is? We're going to unbox our mystery bundle. This is our second round of mystery bundles. This one is super cute. This one's right up my alley. I think you guys are gonna love it. Some of you already have your mystery bundles. We sent them all out for those who ordered by the cutoff date. So we do have some extras this time though. They're $75. That includes tax and shipping, but you get a whole lot in it. So if you would like one, just let me know. You can also, when you comment, comment mystery, and you can also in the message to me, comment I'm in for the next round. We're probably gonna do it in a couple weeks, but it's gonna be patriotic themed. So if you would like in on the next round, just comment I'm in after you comment mystery. Let me go ahead and find myself here. I'm excited about this. How is everybody? You know what I did? I forgot to go live in the event, I think. I'll just share it into the event. I totally messed that up. Hi guys, how are you? When you jump on, say hello, hit the heart button, sprinkle, S-H-A-R-E. If you guys have the mystery bundle from this round, let me know in the comments so I know who's here. If you want in on the next round, you need to message me I'm in. So comment mystery, check your messenger, and then it'll say comment I'm in down below in the message, okay? That's important that you do that. Let me go ahead and pin my comment. Don't put I'm in here because I'm not gonna be able to go through all the comments later on. Comment mystery, check your messenger, okay? But if you guys have the mystery bundle from this round, let me know, okay? I'm Brittany with Sultan Designs. If you see that red live above my head, I'm live. Otherwise, you're watching the replay. Comment hashtag replay. Like I said, comment mystery for all the info. You can also, the message you'll get will go over information about joining our crafting community, whether that's as a Club and Perks member or a designer on our team. We would love to have you guys be a part of it. Chalk is the best. We do a lot of fun things for our customers, and we would love to have you. You can join Perks to get 30% off all of our chalk products all the time, all orders on our chalk site. You can join the club to get our DIY club kit each month. You can be both Perks and club. And when you're a Perks member, you get 30% off of the club. And then you can also join our team this month for half off, so you can start your own DIY business or make some extra cash and do what I do. We have a $49 kit, it's half off, and it's got $278 worth of product in it, which is amazing. Or you can join for only $10. So, like I said, when you guys join, say hello. Fair warning, Mark took both of the grates to the machines to the car wash to clean them before we start cutting for the cutout sale. So when he pulls in, most likely my phone will connect to my car, and so I'll probably lose sound for a little bit. So just so you guys are aware of that. I haven't seen anybody say they have this in front of them. Who has their mystery bundle? We're gonna do these together. Each time I send these out to you guys, we do them together. Obviously, if you're ordering it now, because like I said, we have some extras, you're not gonna be able to do it with me because I'm doing it now, but you'll see how cute it is, and you'll probably want one because they're adorable. So we're gonna open it up together. But hopefully you guys are doing it with me. In here, there's a little paper and it tells you what items you need to complete the project. So you may have already looked at it, you may not have, but I'll read to you the items you need, and most likely you're in your area where you craft, so hopefully you have the items. I did warn you guys that this is gonna have a decoupage project in it, so you're gonna need some form of like Mod Podge or something. I just have a little bottle. You can get these for $1 at Dollar Tree. So we're gonna open this up. This is what they come like this time. Super cute, right? You get this little pizza box. I probably lost sound. I'll give it a second. Hopefully he turns the car right off. Hi Tracy, can you guys hear me still? Let me turn up my volume and see if I can hear myself. Dollar Tree. This is what they come like this time. Super cute. Hopefully we're good. I don't think I disconnected, so hopefully maybe it didn't connect to the car. You guys can hear me okay still, hopefully. Making sure I didn't connect to the car. Now there's a train going by. Hi, Mary.
I expected it to take that long.
Dirty, huh? All right, we're gonna open this up. Look how cute this is, you guys. So when you open it up, there's actually a QR code that you can scan. It tells you, you know, we're doing it live May 3rd at 2 p.m., which it is. And then if you scan it, you know, it takes you right to the event and all those good things. It was gone for a second. Okay, good. So then when you open it up, this right on top is the paper that tells you the items you need. So I'm gonna tell you guys really quick in case you're doing it live with me. You're gonna need some baby wipes, just for cleanup, and also because we're gonna use some paste that's in here to stain the frames. Paint brushes, I prefer sponge brushes, but it's up to you what you prefer. Your choice of glue, so I prefer tacky glue. That's what we're gonna glue everything together with, right here. Sandpaper, both a 220 grit and an 80 grit. That's going to help you to distress and to decoupage and also to smooth out your paste when you're painting. Scissors and Mod Podge. You need a pair of scissors. And then I told you guys Mod Podge, you're going to need that for the decoupage project. Heat press or iron, which I forgot to get my heat press out, but we'll grab that. That's also for the decoupage project. A fuzzing cloth or a towel, something to fuzz your transfers with, and then surface wax and something to apply with, because you're gonna chalk on top. Yes, this will be available later to watch. Yeah, it's not gonna go anywhere. So that's the first thing you're gonna get in your box. Is anybody doing this with me? Somebody tell me they're doing it with me. I keep going in and out. It's probably just because Mark was connected, but now I'm good, right? You can hear me okay? All right, and then you're gonna get some transfers. So in here, we have, this is actually a retired transfer. This is from the Happy Family. So mine says home is wherever is where our story begins. And then this one is a part of the vintage pattern. So there was 4. I thought I grabbed the flower one for me because I love that one. I might grab one instead. It's my favorite. I actually used a couple of these for my walls, if you guys didn't see that. So I've used these transfers 100 times, if not more, but we're gonna use it again. Oh, you're doing it with me, I gotcha. You said me, that's why. So I'm gonna use that one instead, just because this one's beautiful too. I've used this before. We did that on that carrot patch one, but then you're gonna get some cutouts. Oops. We're gonna open these up together. How is everybody? We're doing our mystery bundle today. Like I said, we do have some extras this time, so if you guys want one, comment mystery, and you can grab one, and then also you can let me know if you want in on the next round. So you actually are gonna get 2 frames, so we're gonna do 2 projects this time. Just get these open. You're gonna get a 9x12 frame, and then like a 9x9 frame, and they both have inner frames as well. One has an oval. So this is the first frame. You know what I just realized? Oh my gosh. I don't think Mark made this the right size. We're just gonna make it work, but 9x9 frame, and then this is the 9x12 frame. This is what the one we're gonna decoupage with. These are both gonna be super cute. Then you're gonna get a bag that has your paste in it, your color trays, your stir sticks, and a mini squeegee. So you're gonna have 3 color trays, 5, I think, of these, 5 color trays. And then you're gonna have sage, bright white, black velvets, dune, and espresso. We're gonna mix some colors up as well by taking sage and black velvets. And then there's still some at the bottom. A couple things here. So at the bottom you're gonna have some ribbon. You're gonna have like a kind of taupey velvet one, and then they're both pretty long, and then a lace one. And then at the very bottom, look how cute this is. You're gonna have this adorable print. We're gonna cut that out and decoupage that onto the oval, okay? So that's everything that's in your mystery bundle. So we're gonna get started. This is gonna be fun. Hopefully some of you guys are crafting with me. And it's gonna be a blast. How is everybody? Also, you guys, when you comment mystery, you can claim from our patriotic sale that was last night through Monday the 5th. All right. I thought we made this 5x5, but these might be a little bit bigger than 5x5. That might be the issue. Yeah, they're like 6x6, but we're gonna make it work regardless. It's gonna be great. So these are gonna differ. The transfers you have, they're all a little bit different. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. And make sure when you guys do this with us that you post what you did in the VIP group so I can see what you did. We're gonna start by staining our frames with espresso. So what I'm gonna do, grab your espresso paste right here. Some of them actually have the old tab that you can just pull rather than cutting it. So just kind of knead it a little bit and then tear that, and then you're gonna just put it right into your tray, one of your trays. Hi Shirley, it's going well, how are you? I don't know how much we're gonna need, so I'm just gonna put the whole thing in there. You know what we did, Mark? We messed up, we made this frame wrong.
What do you mean?
Okay. I told them we're just gonna make it work, but it's not the right size. All right, and then of course I told you guys baby wipes for cleanup. And then I'm gonna grab just a piece of cardboard just to protect my work area here.
Things happen.
Denise. All right, so these are actually double frames so that they like meet, so that they sit up together. Does that make sense? So like this matches up with this. So there's two of this one. So you don't need to stain one. One's just gonna be glued. But we're gonna stain both of those. And then we're gonna stain one of these and one of these, okay? So what I'm gonna do is take my espresso paste. I like to just take my baby wipe and wring out the water. So I just have a garbage can under here. We're gonna wring that out. Hi, Suzanne. And then we're just gonna take our baby wipe, dip it in there, and then we're just going to apply this all over our frame. And you can also use the like gel stain or voodoo stain if that's what you want to use. But I couldn't send that to you guys, so we're using espresso paste. And you can make this as dark or as light as you want. You can apply more over top to make it a little bit darker. You can rub it in really good to make it less dark, lighter, whatever I'm trying to say. So we're just gonna do that first to each of our frames here. Hey guys, we're definitely not gonna use all this, but we can use it on other things. So see, I kind of like it darker like that, so I'm probably gonna go in and make it a little bit darker on all these edges. But it gives it the appearance of stained wood, which is kind of what I'm going for here. So that other one I made a little bit too light, but we'll darken it up a little bit. It always dries a little lighter anyway. And we're also gonna kind of distress it. I don't know, like I said, I think the next one we're gonna do is gonna be patriotic. We'll probably post it, I don't know, in the next coming weeks here. So I made that one a lot darker, so I'm gonna go back through. Hi Christine, happy Saturday. I'm wearing my shirt we did the other day, the Grow Happiness. Isn't that one cute? It's low quantity. The ice cream did sell out, but I guess it's gonna restock, which I wasn't aware of. I didn't think it was gonna restock, so that's a good thing. So again, just make it as dark or as light as you want. Totally up to you on this part here. Not everybody's the same, which is what we want, right? Everybody should be a little different. Or you can do it just like me, however you want. This is kind of something newer we've been doing. This is only our second round. The last one we did was Easter themed. So now this one's kind of like just every day. And then the next one will be patriotic. Hi, Darcy. So we're just gonna go through and do this on all of our frames. I posted a video this morning of the progress on the wall that I did the transfers on. Did you guys see that? We still have to like frame it out and add our beadboard and stuff, but it's looking really good. Hi, Kathy. Did you have a good birthday? I had a meeting this morning with my team, and one of their birthdays was today. Billy Sue. I'm going to start sending invoices today as well for the sale. Once we're done with this. Thank you, Anita. How are you, my friend? Look who's here.
Hi guys. I got the machines tore apart, trying to get them all cleaned up.
Before we start cutting from the sale.
I took all the big pieces to the car wash.
Ooh.
Trying to get some of the grime off.
Yeah, they were
Where
dirty.
did I get the shirts you use?
Amazon. They're all in my Amazon link. These are the Comfort Colors brand. I actually am loving the Comfort Colors lately. I used to do Bella and Canvas a lot, but now I'm just kind of switching it up. I like Comfort Colors. Your husband came home. That's what you said. I'm so glad. How's he doing?
You dry these or something?
Maybe. Yep, comment mystery when you guys jump on. Happy Saturday. We're gonna start something new, I think. I love sharing ideas with my team. We were just discussing things and ways of getting behind, you know, getting some new people on our lives and stuff. I used to have like 200 people on my lives at a time, and lately we're lucky if we can even get to 100. So we're gonna start trying some different things, trying to reach new people. But one of the things one of them mentioned I thought was really cool was that like every 10 minutes she sets a timer, and then when the timer goes off, she looks at her computer, and whoever's comment was last, she puts them in a drawing for Happy Mail, and then every Friday, she draws some winners out of the hat or whatever, which I thought was pretty cool. So we might start doing that to try to help, because even, like, not only are our views way down, but comments are way down, like interaction. Not as many people are commenting as they used to. So I think that that will really help with that. So maybe we'll start doing that. So maybe at 2:20, whoever commented last will go into a drawing. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get Happy Meal. It just means you're going to go in the drawing. But then every Friday, I'll pull a winner, and you guys, your names will stay in there for like the month. So all of May. And then we'll start over when it's a new month. But I thought that was fun. What do you guys think? I liked that idea. So like maybe every 10 minutes or something, whoever's comment was last will go into a drawing. And maybe on Fridays we'll pull 1 or 2 or maybe more winners and just see, you know, how it goes. If it helps us to reach more people and get more interaction and all that good stuff. All right, there's the frames. We're done with that part. We're still going to sand them lightly and all that stuff. I think it sounds fun too. Try to help our page get back to what it used to be. I don't know why all of a sudden it's been so bad, but. All right, so now our frames are done. Now we're gonna work on, so the oval is where we're gonna put the piece of paper. These parts right here don't need to be anything because they just get glued behind. And then that we're gonna paint, and these we're gonna paint. So I think what I want to do, I know I want to use my sage and black velvet mix to make sweet pea for the transfers. And then what I think I'm going to do next is take another color tray, and you're going to take your Dune and your bright white, and we're going to mix these to make like a vanilla. The weather is getting nicer. You never miss. Well, we appreciate that. The weather's not very nice here today. Thank you for the stars, Miss Anita. All right, so this one doesn't have one of those little tabs, so we're going to just cut this one. I didn't cut down far enough. I'm going to take the entire thing of bright white. Again, just knead it a little bit. That'll help it to be mixed all the way. Take all of your bright whites and put it into your color tray. I think it's a great idea too. So at 2:20, whoever's comment was last, I will put your name on a piece of paper. I think this is just going to be something we do each live, and it'll help, I think. End of the school year where it gets busy, yeah. Yeah, everybody's busy, I get that, for sure. But we got to get our page growing again. There's how many people in this world? I'm sure we can get more people on, huh? So now I'm just going to add a little bit of Dune at a time. I don't know how much I need. But we just want to get this to be a little bit more like vanilla. So then just take your stir stick and mix her up. That actually might be good. In Wisconsin, it's sunny. I hope you have some time this week to do some crafting too, my friend. So even though we're going to decoupage this one, I still want to get a light layer of paste on it, just because when we take the paper, sometimes you can see through it a little bit. So I want to make sure we can still, we don't want to see through it and see like this color, I don't think. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a coat with my sponge brush. Mark, can you do me a favor and grab that small heat press? I forgot to plug that in. But I'm gonna do this sparingly because number one, we don't have a ton of paste in this squeegee, but also, or in this single, but also because you guys know I like that rustic look. Thank you. I know, didn't the cutouts turn cute? I liked them a lot. So we're just gonna sparingly, I like to see some of the wood through it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Thank you for sprinkling. How is everybody? Hopefully some of you guys are crafting with me and that's why you're quiet, huh? Trying to finish cleaning the house so you can go create. Sounds fun. Thank you, Kathy. You're so sweet. So again, you're going to need like an iron or a heat press of some kind for the decoupage part of it. I had a couple people say they didn't have like
Just push
the
this.
heat press. Yeah, I think you have to like hold it down.
What, on hottest or?
Yeah, that's fine. So I think that's what I'm gonna go for. It's good right there. I like some of the wood to show. So I'm gonna grab out some sticky notes here so we can write people's names down. Lisa said, "Hi, Mark.
Hi guys.
You're gonna do the boots project today. I can't wait to see it." 220. Last comment was Marsha Weber. You're going in our hat, my friend. Every 10 minutes, I'll pull a name. We'll put you guys in a hat, and then on Fridays, we'll draw a winner. Okay? I think that's fun. We're gonna stick with that. All right. Then we're gonna paint this one. This is the one that actually is gonna have the smaller transfer on it. Again,
the more you comment,
exactly. You have more of a chance.
and it helps us. So
It helps us. We also used to have what we call brand ambassadors. Actually, Suzanne was a brand ambassador with me for a long time. I'm thinking I'm going to ask somebody to be a brand ambassador for me and like share into like crafting groups to help me out. Because we've kind of gotten away from that too. And just to help us, you know, we're just trying all the things to kind of get back to growing the way we used to. Because we've definitely slowed down on our growth and recruiting and getting people to join our crafting community. So you're feeling soreness? Oh man. Now that the property is mine, I have been landscaping. I am so happy for you, Anita. You have no idea. She got, that court case, she got granted the property and the house.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That's been going on for a while.
A long time, right?
That's awesome.
All right, and then this part right here is going to be covered, so you just really need to paint the outer part. So don't worry about the part that's scored. So we're just going to take our paste and go around the outer edge here. Thanks, Suzanne. I should have like set like a timer type thing so we have like a noise so it's fun and I can be like, okay, this comment, you know. I wonder if I can set that. Can I set a timer on my laptop?
Probably. Never done it, but.
Me either. Clock. I think I can.
Record my voice saying something.
Yeah. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me see if I can get this timer. So we're going to go, I'm going to set, well, now we just need it to be 9 minutes because it's already, there we go. Should make a noise in 9 minutes. It'll probably scare the bejesus out of me.
Yeah.
Your husband just bought you a heat press? Awesome! Yeah, it's been going on for 3 years, Anita said.
Holy cow.
That's a long time. I'm so glad that's finally over with. So again, I'm just going real sparingly. You guys know I like the look of that. Where you can see the wood through. Yeah, you can order this mystery bundle because we have extras this time. So if you comment mystery, check your messenger. There's $75. That includes tax and shipping. And then you can message me that you would like one and we can send an invoice for it. Obviously, you're not going to be able to do it live with me because we're doing it now. But this is the first time we had a bunch of extras left over. So the last mystery bundle we sold a lot more. I know this one was a little bit more, but it's because it's so cute. There's so much to it. So just going around the edge, getting all this painted, and then we just have to do our other one. Looks fun? Yeah, it is fun. So yeah, that idea was Melinda. She's been on my team for a long time. She's from Washington. I thought that was a really cool idea. So I was like, we're gonna do that. There's that one. Now we just have this one. Just to save me on some paste here, I'm gonna take this and just kind of give myself a rough outline so I know where I don't have to use it just because I probably should have included 2 things of white, but. There we go. Then we'll take the rest of this. And get this coated here. Obviously, again, you don't have to do the middle part, but. And if you want it to be not painted this way, you could definitely use some more white. I'm sure a lot of you have a jar of bright white. If you guys are just jumping on, say hey, comment mystery. These are going to be super cute, vintage home decor I'll use in my house. What's everybody got planned this weekend? It's rainy here. Not very pretty outside. I think my mom and stepdad are going to come over for dinner and play some games or something. I'm going to grill some steaks and some pork for Mark. You were thinking of going on live this afternoon? Awesome. Have you gone live before? I didn't know you went live, Christina. All right, we have just a little bit left. I think we're going to make it. We did good. We did good, friends. Can you just get the frames in the decoupage sheet? No, because the mystery bundles are put together. And it's like, you know what I mean? It's one size, whatever. Maybe. I guess we could cut. I don't know. I'll think about it. Send me a message. We have some put together that we're trying to get rid of. That's the goal. So that's why I'm hoping some people will buy what we have left. Slow down, please. I'm just painting the outer edge. You might not stick with me the whole way. So that's what the replay's for. All right. So we're finished painting. We're going to go ahead and get these dry. And then we'll sand everything lightly. Sunny and 80. I'm so jealous. Oh, that's exciting, Darcy. You don't have to do lives. You could do, you know, workshops, vendor events. There's different things you could do. What do you do with all your projects? So either I use them in my home or we do a finished goods sale every year in June. So we're going to be doing it here, you know, next month. All right. We're going to go ahead and start drying these. I got some weight on that frame. Have plans to get to. Oh yeah, you were supposed to go to a taco festival. I thought that was today, Sunday. We have all of our frames painted. Well, hopefully it doesn't get rained out, because that would be fun. I don't know if I put a quick dry tool on there, but I think most of you guys probably have a dryer in your craft room, right? Hopefully, anyway. These dry. Looks real close to vanilla, I feel like. I think we added just the perfect amount of zoom. It'll go from like shiny to matte, and then you'll know it's dry. Oh, I didn't turn on my glue gun either. I did put glue gun on there in case you want to like add a bow hanger, which is what I'm going to do on one of them. Oh, you do craft shows for your t-shirts and hats. Have you tried putting any chalk in, Darcy? And see if that, like, if you sell anything or whatever? Alright. I think we're dry. So now I'm just going to take a 220 grit sanding block and I'm going to go over the top of these. This will just help to smooth it out. Doesn't really change the appearance. Just smooths it out, but I'm also going to kind of go heavy in certain spots where I painted it a little bit too dark. Just because I like that look. This one's the one we're going to decoupage on, so it doesn't matter quite as much, but I'll still smooth it out a little bit. Lori, they're in my Amazon link. They're called Comfort Colors is the brand I use, but if you comment mystery, check your messenger. It's under like shirts and things to ink on in my Amazon link. So just smooth this out. Here I went pretty dark, so I want to lighten that up a little bit. And then we'll go on this last one. Oh, there you go. That'll be exciting. I recommend you take some like sample kits, Darcy. So you can buy like our pasting bowls and then take some like, I don't know, we have those chalk chips They're like a little mini chalkboard. And then get some of our minis and some mini squeegees. You can even cut them in half. You could either give them away or sell them for like $5 or something. Hi, Kim. No, the time didn't get changed. It was 2 p.m. Eastern the whole time. I never changed it. I'm glad you made it though. All we've done so far, we took the espresso paste and stained all of the outer frames. You do get 2 of each of these, so you don't need to stain those because they're just like a spacer. And then we painted these. We mixed vanilla with a little bit of Dune and just sparingly painted them. And then I just took a 220 grit to them. And now I'm going to take an 80 grit. And this is what we're going to use to distress. So I'm just going to go around the edge, get some of the extra paste off. Even though it's just on the sides, I just like to get that off. That's just my jam. I set my timer. Is it going to go off? Oh, wait, it's 30 seconds. Let's see if it works. And then I'll pick whoever's comment. I have so many transfers. I want to make t-shirts for summer. Yes! I know, I love this one. And then I made those USA ones for Mark and I love how they turned out. I thought about wearing that today because I literally only wore it for the 36 minutes that our sale lasted. Been buying some stuff for making small tiny kits. Awesome! Yes, comment mystery. We do have some extras this time, you guys, so if you want to grab one, and you can also let me know. Okay. How do I stop it? There we go. All right, so that comment was Anita Baby. You're going to go into the drawing or the hat for next Friday's giveaway. So I have Anita and Marcia. I'll set a timer for another 10 minutes. Yeah, it was 2:30, but it's because I set it at an odd time. Let me see if I can get it to do... If I do, try to get it to go like right at the time. Anyway. Yay! Yeah, if you want in on the next round, make sure you message me though, you guys. Comment mystery and then message me that you're in. Just because that way I get an actual message and I can, you know. The higher grit number is a finer sanding. The higher grit number is rougher. Does that make sense? Or higher is, yes, smoother. I'm so sorry. Lower is, it's the opposite of what you would think it would be. So like 80 is really rough, so I use that to distress. You were right the way you said it, and I was thinking about this. So yeah, 80 grit is what I use to distress. 220 grit is what I do to smooth. And I'm also going to do the same thing on our parts that we sanded. So I like the way it looks when you just kind of go around and bring some of the wood out. And I'm gonna do this on the outer and inner part. Sorry, Kim, you were probably, the time zones were opposite or something. I'm sorry. Jane, are you doing okay keeping up now? I know it's not easy for everybody to go at the same speed, but it's kind of hard for me to. So I just turn it sideways because I use a block. It's just what I prefer. And I just turn it sideways and get the inner part of my frame. Hi, Miss Peggy. And then I'm also just gonna take another 220 grit and just kind of smooth this out as well, just to kind of make it even more like vintage looking. The timer is something new we're doing, Kim. So lately we've noticed like a really big decrease in our live viewers and also in our comments and interaction and people being added to our crafting community, just all the things, right? Like it's been kind of dismal. So we're trying something new where every 10 minutes I set a timer and then whoever's comment was last, I'm gonna write your name down and you're gonna go into a hat, and then every Friday I will pull either 1 or 2 or maybe 3 winners and you'll get some Happy Mail. So that's something new we're starting. I just started it today, actually. It was an idea of another one of my designers. I had a meeting this morning, and we kind of just share ideas and stuff. You're hanging in there. So I think it's fun. So I have a timer set. When the timer goes off, whoever's comment is last gets written down. I was busy. We have a dumpster day in our community. Oh, nice. I think our town's doing that soon, but we just actually had a dumpster because of the remodeling we were doing, so we cleaned like everything up then. But I did see that our town's doing that too. So again, just taking my 80 grit, going around all the edges here. Gets the excess paste off and it gives it that distressed look. I love that idea too. I thought it was an awesome idea. So instead of like, you know, if you want to give away at the very end, we'll do this every live just to try to reach more people, get interactions going. Is there a way to be included in the team meeting? So unfortunately, that's a meeting that's just for my leaders. So it's people who have hit mentor or above. But there is something we're doing that's for like, you know, did you see that, Darcy? You can sign up for that thing. It's called Fresh Start. That's something that's a little bit different. But all of my fern arrived today. Get to unbox and hang them. That's exciting. All right, 220 grit. Just go over the top. Smooth this out a little bit, and also just kind of takes like the top layer off and makes it just a little bit more vintage looking. And then I just take a paper towel and just wipe it so it's, so see the difference? It just makes it a little bit more. I haven't done this one yet. So there's that one. Last one here, and then we'll be done. No, I have 2 more. Let's go with that one. Bye, Christina. Have a good day. We're probably going to end up, I told you guys we had through Monday to clean from the cutout sale. We're probably going to change it just because obviously today we had the mystery bundle, so that's one less day I can do one of the projects from it. So we'll probably end up changing that because otherwise I would only have Sunday and Monday. But you can still claim from our patriotic sale. What transfer did you use behind you, the flag that's hanging on the wall? That's a transfer. I can't remember what it's called. I want to say Home of the Brave or Land of the Free. I don't remember. It's available. It's one of the ones we brought back from last year. All right, so we went around the outer and inner parts. Then we'll take our 220 grits over the top. Yeah, everybody's outside doing stuff, but it's not just that. It's been in a steady downcline for a while, so we just need to try just change some things up and get some new eyes behind it. All right, last one. I mean, we've been doing this for what, 4 years now, and even though, I mean, yeah, it's a change of the year, but we've never had this bad of a decline with views and stuff, so we're just trying to get it back. And I know we can do it. We've done it before. It's never been this bad, so it's a little bit. Yeah, we're definitely going to do some projects from there. I have a lot of favorites from the patriotic sale. And that craft, we got to do that club cutout with the craft room sign, and I love that. And I overnighted my summer collection order, and it was going to be here yesterday, but UPS delayed it, so now it's not going to be here till Monday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was an awesome sale, wasn't it? I think we had a lot of good stuff. Good variety, I feel like. My mom has stuff to make cotton candy margaritas. I don't drink a lot, but I think that sounds good. And then Mark's been craving a strawberry daiquiri because we had strawberry daiquiris in Mexico. So I got stuff for him to have strawberry daiquiris. We're just going to have a couple drinks, play some games tonight. Oh, it looks like chicken wire. No, it's not. They're actually bows. So it's the same thing. It's vintage patterns. It's one of the ones that actually some of our customers that are watching, they have that one because it's part of the vintage patterns. They're bows. It may look like chicken wire, but it's not. Chicken wire is not really my thing anymore. Hi, Talisa. Are you going to do the bow project? Yes, that's one of my favorites. All right, 220 grit over the top. And then we'll be done with the sanding part of it. Thank you for sprinkling. Right here, I got this like real dark. Not sure how I managed that, but I have a wooden windmill that I have to redo, and I'm going to put the stars from the scale on it. Awesome, good idea. All right, we're done sanding. So now, let me just clean up my area here. Yeah, I've never had cotton candy margarita, but it sounds good to me. I have some steak, so we're gonna grill.
Stop raining.
I don't know, but I've grilled in the rain before. Won't kill me. Yeah, it's a good transfer. Having softball playoffs, that's fun. Okay, so I think what we'll do you guys want to start with the decoupage, or do you want to do the chalking first? What do you guys think? Decoupage or chalking? Whoever's doing it with me, give me your opinion. Oh!
Jeez, that scares me.
I gotta turn it down, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
There's the timer. So it is Kathy Brinkman. You were the last comment. You're gonna go in the drawing. Laura, I'm doing that thing that Melinda did. I think that's a good idea. We started that. Every 10 minutes, I'm pulling a person to go into the drawing for our giveaway on Friday. So keep commenting, my friends. I need to do that big flower. I love it. Can't wrap my brain around it. Finish at the moment. Yeah, I think it's gonna be cute. Anybody have an opinion? Decoupage or the other thing? Do you have a spot where you post pictures of all your finished projects? No, I don't. I post a lot of them on my page, but usually it's just my videos, and now Facebook's deleting videos after 30 days, but they're going on YouTube, so. You don't cook on the grill. I do, because Mark's not a very good griller.
I can cook.
He either burns it or undercooks it. What time should I be there? I don't know what time they're coming. Do you know the trunk's still open?
Yeah, I gotta get
Oh,
everything in.
okay.
It's full of all the pieces.
Decoupage, chalk. I have 2. Let's see if we can get one more and then I'll decide. Hi, Stu. Decoupage or chalk? Which one do you guys want to do? Decoupage. Okay. So, we're going to take this oval. We painted it just to give it a little bit of a background. And I'm going to take my picture. You guys all have one of these if you ordered this bundle. And if you didn't, like I said, you can order one. We have some extra. Did you jump? Yeah. So now I'm just going to, yeah, the replay will work. Why would the replay work? Replays always work. So now we're just going to cut this out. Actually, you know what? We don't even need to do that because we can sand it off. So don't worry about cutting it. Just take your Mod Podge. Is this open? Yeah. And we're just going to put a little bit on here and paint it on. Yeah, he jumped a little bit. So did I think. I was startled. But you know what I didn't do? Was start my timer for the next one. I'm messing right up. There we go. Making hot dogs, chili, and macaroni salad. I think I need a little bit more than that. So there's a couple different ways you can decoupage. You can dry it first and then apply your paper. Or you can do it like this. I'm just gonna paint my decoupage or my Mod Podge on. You don't want to get it on the sides. And then we're going to take our paper and line it up. You just want to make sure you have it everywhere. I need a little bit more down here. With coleslaw. I don't do coleslaw. Never been a fan of that. I like cabbage, but I don't like mayonnaise, or sometimes people use Miracle Whip. I don't eat that. I'm weird on condiments. The only condiment I really eat is ketchup. I'm a little picky when it comes to things like that. Isn't that a pretty picture? It's actually like the same print that I have in my dining room, just in green. But I love it. I think it's super cute. So just make sure you have decoupage all over it. I feel like I need a little bit more on this edge. If you're doing leftovers tonight, no cooking. That sounds like a good night. Those are my kind of nights. I do enjoy grilling though. I really like grilling. I remember when I was in my previous marriage, I never grilled, and my husband always did, but he burned it every single time. Like, it was always overcooked. Not burned, but overcooked it. So I always ate my steak with A1. And then when I started grilling, I researched grilling and, all that stuff, and got it so my steak was really juicy and good. And now I don't eat A1 with my steak. Pot pie tonight. You dry it so it doesn't wrinkle. You can do that too, but what I do is take my heat press. That's why I grab my heat press. Okay, so now we're just going to take our, maybe I should cut it a little bit just so I know. I'm just going to cut around the oval just so it's down a little bit, and then I can line it up with my oval. You can either cut it or not, but I just want to make sure I get it lined up. And then plates are on there. Like so. And then I'm going to take, I just have this little mini press that's on. You can use an iron on medium heat. Usually I use a piece of parchment paper, but I don't think I grabbed any. It might be okay, because this is not as hot. So I'm just going to press this all around it. Use a lower temperature if you're doing an iron or one of the bigger easy presses, I would probably put it on like 250 or something. You don't want it to be super, you know, hot or anything. But it just activates that Mod Podge. You want a Blackstone. My friend Teresa had one of those, and she made this like homemade hibachi on there. It was good. Only condiment I touch is soy sauce. Really? So you don't even do ketchup? I do like soy sauce. So that was a lie. I guess I wasn't really considering that a condiment because I was thinking of like ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard. I don't do mayonnaise or mustard. But, all right. I think that's good. It's not coming up anymore. So what I do next, I'm going to unplug that because I don't need it anymore. All my friends think I'm weird. I love soy sauce. My ex-husband always did the grilling then. Last summer I started grilling, and I have to say I do a good job. See? I know. I'm a pretty good griller, I'm not going to lie. All right, so now you're going to take an 80 grit sanding block, and you're just going to go in a downward motion, and you're going to sand your paper off. You can also use a lighter, a giant lighter as well. But literally, if you just go in a downward motion, it gives you a nice clean edge. I didn't line it up perfectly, but that oval that goes over top will cover that, so it's not a big deal. Have you guys ever decoupage, or is this your first time? If you're doing it with me. The burn technique, yeah, I like that too, but for this one, I'm just gonna do this. I love the burn technique. I feel like it makes it a little bit more rustic even. So just like that, and then look at your edges. They're super nice, and even though I didn't get that on there perfectly, this will cover it, so I'm not super worried about it. See? How cute that is. Isn't that adorable? Have the Traeger and Blackstone come spend the day grilling and smoking. Heck yeah! That sounds fun. I don't know what that is though. Traeger and Blackstone? I know what a Blackstone is. Is Traeger like a brand, or what size grit are you using to sand? It's 80 grit. You want a rougher grit for that part of it. All right, there is that. So now we're gonna take, or actually let's wax first. So that part's done. This is ready. Look how cute that is. We're gonna take all of these. We sanded them lightly. We're gonna go ahead and wax these because this is what we're gonna put transfers on. Okay, so grab your surface wax. You've decoupaged onto glass. I've never decoupaged onto glass, so that's cool. So just apply a thin layer of this on. This is just going to prevent any more of the paste that you painted from coming up because we're going to put our sticky transfers on there. So you don't need much. I had never decoupaged prior to finding chalk, but... Oh, Traeger's a smoker. I gotcha. I like the decoupage too. I don't do it often though, but I do like it. I think the last time I decoupaged was when we did the November Club, the postage stamp. I didn't mean smoking anything else. Peggy. Years ago, but not lately. All right, last piece we have to wax. And then we're gonna use our transfer on both of these parts, the pattern that you got. What pattern did you guys get if you are doing it with me? Did you get the flowers? Did you get the, I don't know what you would call this, greens, I guess? The bows? Or what's the fourth one? Do you remember, Mark? Why don't I remember? Flowers, bows, greens. There's one more. I can't remember. Vintage patterns. I can see it right here. I just can't see the other side. I can't remember what the last one is. Nope, down here. Oh yeah, there you go. Sorry. Oh, it's like a damask kind of pattern, very vintage. This frame right here, it's like 9 by 9. Or do you mean this one inside of it? Which one do you mean? This one I think is 9 by 9. I think that's what we made it. Yeah, 9 by 9, and then this is 5 by 5, and it should have been 6 by 6. It's okay, we'll make it work. So, take your pattern, whichever one you got. Kim, do you know what one you got? Did you open yours up? So this one right here, I've actually used like 100 times. This is the one I used on my wall. I'm gonna still fuzz it like once or twice just because it's still sticky. Thanks, Suzanne. You got the flowers? The flowers is my favorite. I noticed your name, Amelia. I don't think I've ever seen your name before, and you ordered a mystery bundle. It was exciting to see a new name. So this is what we call a continuing pattern, you guys. So if you have one that's not like the flowers or the bows where you know which direction it's going, take a marker and put a T in the top right. That'll just tell you what direction, because we're gonna have to use this a couple times and line it up. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so now we're gonna take our pattern and we're just gonna line it up here. And we don't have to chalk all of it, obviously, because we have the middle that we don't need to do, okay, because of the oval. So I think we'll just like chalk, you know, as close as possible, but I'm just gonna line this up in the corner. And press it down so we don't have any air bubbles. So this whole part right here is the oval, so we don't have to chalk that. But I'm gonna take my two colors here, Sage and Black Velvets. We're gonna open them up. Again, just knead them a little bit. This one actually has the pull thing again. Take all of your sage though and put it in. This is only if you want to mix up the color like I am. You guys know I love sweet pea. I use it all the time. So you're gonna take a full thing of sage. You got the flowers? Suzanne, did you get a mystery bundle? You're a new follower. Well, we're so glad you're here. And that is Karen Wild. You're going into the drawing for next week's giveaway. Let me set my timer right now so I don't forget. 10 minutes. I think this is fun. I like it. It kind of gives me something to look forward to during the live. All right, I'm just making sure I get everything out of this. You don't use a ton when you're chalking because you're pressing it through the silk screen. And then, let me write down Karen's name before I forget. Karen Wild. Doesn't necessarily mean you're a winner, guys. Just remember that. It just means that you're going into the drawing for next week. Then we're going to take our black. Again, add a little bit of black at a time, because we're going to mix it up to get our sweet pea color. So you don't need a lot, because this is a very small amount of sage, okay? It's not like a full jar, so you don't need much. Just add a little bit. We can always add more is the thing. You can't take away, but you can always add more, okay? So then just take it and mix it up. This makes like my favorite green ever. I love this color. So you're just gonna get like a darker, like rich, like an almost pewter green, which is what the color of my walls is my house. So some of the walls. But then just make sure you get it all mixed well so you don't have like the black and the green streaks when you're done. Yeah, welcome Amelia, we're glad you're here. So just mix that all up. And maybe you're not using the same colors as me, so you use what you want. But there is our sweet pea color, okay? So now, take your squeegee you got in your bundle, and we're just gonna dip it into our paste. And again, you don't need the outer edge or the inner part, and you can kind of see through the transfer so you know where you're at, okay? But you're just going to press your paste through. And get your excess off as you go. Where's the top of that bubble? Somewhere there. Where do I go to CC for sweet pea paste? You don't. I just mixed it up. It's not something you get from chalk. This is something that I just mixed. You just saw me mix it. So you just get sage and black velvet. It's not something you purchase from paste or from chalk. You just mix it up yourself. Make sense? I love to mix colors. We do it a lot over here. All right, I think we got all that good. We'll peel it up and make sure we have it covered. And then we just have to line this up and do the bottom, because this part, I think will be, well, we might have to go a little bit farther to the edge, but we're close. You got the greenery and the welcome to our beautiful chaos. I missed right here, so I'm gonna lay it back down carefully and just chalk this little corner that I missed. I'm just trying not to waste paste because we don't have a ton in there, but. Oh, to request? Is that what you meant? unfortunately, they're not gonna know what that means when you say sweet pea. So, like if you want like a darker green, there is a request button for like new items, and you can do that, but I would just say like maybe a darker green. But so there's that. So we're gonna line that back up. I think it does need to be a CC color. You tell them, guys. Say, go to Brittany Tilton's page, and she'll show you what sweet pea is. All right, we're gonna clean our transfer. You can either use, just because we're gonna use it again and again, we're just gonna use some baby wipes to wipe it down. But ultimately, when you're done, you're gonna want to use your board eraser to clean it. I'm sure most of you guys have one of those. But we're just gonna use it again because this is, like I said, a continuous pattern. So you're gonna clean your transfer both sides because it goes through. I know, I love the green color. It's like my favorite. And then we'll just take a paper towel and dry it off. And then you just want to make sure that your paste is dry before you line it back up. So we're just going to have to finish that corner, and then we'll go to the bottom. Okay? I got a lot on my desk at the moment. Got a lot going on. So now we're just going to go ahead and get this dry. This is from the Vintage Patterns, Marcy. It's the flower one. It's actually the one I did on my walls, if you saw that. Is that what you meant? Yeah. So, Lori, if you message me, I can send it to you, but you can also just go to your resources on your designer office, since you're a designer, and go to Fix It Fast under resources, and then at the very bottom, there's a product like request thing. But again, they're not going to know what sweet pea is because it's just something we made up. So just tell them, you know, if you want to request it, just say like a darker green, like a pewter green or something. It's from the Vintage Patterns, Kim. So just get this good and dry. I know, it's one of my favorites too. And it's going to retire, you guys. It's in the last chance section. So I'm super bummed about that. All right, so this is where that T is going to come in handy if you don't have one of the transfers that you can tell which way it goes. So that's why we put the T up there. So just fudge your transfer like once or twice, and then keep that T to the top right, and then this will line right up, okay? Super simple like this. So it just continues on. We just have to do this very corner right here. I lined this up on my wall so many times. We just need a tiny little bit right here, just to this edge. Not much at all. And then we'll go down to do the bottom. You have that pattern? Is your wall textured or flat? It's pretty flat. I mean, there's a little bit of texture to it, but not much. Like, it wasn't perfectly flat, you know what I mean? But it still went on super nice. Okay, press that through, peel it up, and then you have that perfect little line. You bought like 3 or more of these transfers. I know, I have so many because it's like my favorite. So that's still gonna be wet on that side, but we're gonna go ahead and again, just line this up, keep your T to the top right, and line up your transfer on the bottom here, okay? You can see exactly where it goes, like it lines right up with the other one. That's why it's like a little bit transparent. So you can line it right up. And again, we don't have to do the full thing because the oval, I just saw where it ended. Ends like right here. So it gives you a rough idea. It is great for every day, I know. But did you guys see that one transfer that's from the Lovely Hearts pattern that came back as a big transfer? I requested that and they listened, so I'm so happy about that. That one's stunning, and that one would make beautiful wallpaper too. I'm almost super sad. Well, I'm not, because I love this one too. But that would make a beautiful wallpaper too. I could probably use that as on another wall somewhere. You never know. I love it. I think it turned out awesome. So just spread your paste all over, and then we'll just have this very corner that we have to finish quick. here I missed. So pretty. So that's where we're at right now. No one does it like Britt. Well, thank you. We just have this very little corner. You can see where the line is. We just have to finish. I actually just might line it up. It might be okay if I just dry it without cleaning it. And then we just have to do our smaller frame. I know, that's one of my favorites. So pretty. It's the one with like the big peonies, and then there's like some script behind it. It's so pretty. So pretty. All right, just make sure we get this corner dry. Don't jump. I know, it's gonna be close. It should be going off like right now. Line this up, and then why isn't it going off? I'm expecting it, that's why. It wants to scare me. Oops, I just moved it. I had it. And then just do this very last little corner, and then we'll clean it one more time, and then we'll do our smaller frame. There it is. Let's go with Kim Dieters, because Kathy already went in. Kim, you're going in the drawing, my friend. Let me stop that. Let me set my timer again right now, so I don't forget. So Kim, I'm going to put you down for the drawing for next week. But there's our frame. So this is going to go right in the center. Look how pretty this is going to be. And then you obviously have the outer frame, right? But that's going to be so cute. So there's that one. That top part should be dry, so we're just going to grab this and clean it. Let me write down Kim's name. Kim Dieters. And then we'll just grab a couple wet wipes, clean this off. Isn't it pretty? I like it. Yes, comment mystery. The florals are beautiful, but not your style. Well, there's different ones on there, but florals are right up my alley. Florals are my favorites. I'm just using a baby wipe and cleaning this out quick so we can use it on our other frame. And then we'll dry it off. Thank you guys for jumping on. Yes, comment mystery. If you guys want to order one of these, obviously you won't be able to do it live with me because we're doing it now, but we do have some extras. So you can let me know in the comments. You can also let me know if you want in on the next round, which is going to be patriotic. So comment mystery, check your messenger for that info. We're going to grab this one. So this one is the one that you're going to have that other transfer on that you got. It's one of the 6 like smaller ones. There's 6 options, I should say. Didn't know you could clean the transfers with wet wipes. So don't do it like if you're putting it away, Kathy. I just do it if I'm like doing a project where I'm lining it up a bunch of times. Does that make sense? All right, my tea is up here. And again, your guys' transfer is going to be brand new, so make sure you're cleaning it or fuzzing it each time. I'm just not because I've used this transfer a lot. Okay. So this one we really don't need much at all because this square frame covers quite a bit of it. I'm just lining up with the edge.
So pretty.
Isn't it pretty? And then we have hopefully just enough sweet pea left. So, why can't I see the line on this one? Does it not have one?
That's your frame?
That one doesn't. This one does. That one doesn't. So it's like just a little bit in. So I'll just go. This was, when I did my walls, I mixed up, I took 2 full jars of sage, added a little bit of black, and I had it in like this big container, and I like was so worried I was gonna run out. I was like really being going sparingly with it. It was close, you guys, but we managed. You just got this transfer? It's a good one, huh? All right, just go around our outer edge here. You really don't need a ton of paste. I'm just really spreading it out. I think that's the, yeah, it's the inner frame. We're gonna have just enough. So then we'll just have to line it up a little bit on the right and then at the bottom. Just like that. Clean it again really quick. It's a beautiful mystery bundle. Well, I'm glad you think so. I think it was good. I know it was a little bit more this time, but it's obviously because there's a lot to it, right? The next one we'll do a little bit, it won't be as much. Because we definitely sold more when it was around like the $40, was it 40?
I think so.
$40 price points.
The shipping in boxes
Yeah,
is always like
shipping
a chunk of it.
is
That's
crazy.
the problem.
Yeah, we're doing the mystery bundle. So we have some people on here that are with us that bought our mystery bundle this time and they're doing it with me. This is our second time doing this. And then like I said, we do have extras of this one. So if you want one, let me know. And then if you want in on the next round, comment mystery and let me know if you guys want in on that. So it really doesn't clean it as well, so I can still see like a lot of the green, but that's why I'm just doing it quick because we're just gonna line it up again. Can't wait to order from the new release. I know, there's a lot of good ones, isn't there? Those patterns, I love. I love that stained, what's it called? Stained glass hydrangea. That one's gorgeous. I have a really cute project I'm gonna do with that. My good friend Deidre did something like it. We just have to finish just a little bit along the bottom and on the side. Not much at all. It's literally the tiniest bit. So just get this dry. So cute. These are like the colors of my house, so this is perfect. Yeah, shipping is insane. That's why we had to stop the free shipping on Etsy and it's just crazy. I feel like we were just doing Christmas and I'm sorry, almost June, and it's gonna be right back to fall. I know, it is crazy. It like just flies.
I know.
All right, so then again, we cleaned our transfer, find your T if you marked it, line it back up. We just need to do a tiny bit on the side and then on the bottom. So just line it up. We don't need to do much at all here. We have just enough paste left. Are you guys hanging in? You have enough paste if you just have the singles, hopefully. And then we'll line up the bottom. Same thing, just keep your T top right and it'll line right up for you. And then we just have that little corner that we have to finish. So just enough. My wall video, I just posted it this morning. Yeah. Just a little sneak peek of me and Parker finishing it up together. I just have this little corner. I love a lot of them. I have so much to do already. I know, I'm like you. I get it. We literally just have to do the tiniest little corner right here. And then when you're all done, use your board eraser and water and clean it really good. And then you'll be able to use this over and over again. You guys, I literally use this, I say 100 times. It was a lot. Like, we used 2 transfers and we did all, like 2 walls, just the top of it, but I use the transfers over and over. Like we say 10 to 12 uses, but you can get way, way more out of it. Way, way, way more. All right, line this last part up. We just have to do like the tiniest little bit just so it doesn't look weird right here. And then Suds Buster is gonna take it for us. Hi, Autumn. And clean that up. So we're done with our sweet pea color. I'm just gonna throw this in my water right here. You can reuse those color trays, you guys. All that stuff. I took all this espresso and put it in here. If you wanna save this, put it in a little craft jar. I shouldn't have put it all on the thing because then I could have just folded over my single, but it's okay. So now, take your smaller transfer. Are you guys hanging in there with me? Those of you that are doing this with me? And I told you, we kind of got the sizing on this off. Not sure what happened, but we're still gonna make it work. So we're gonna take our transfer. This is the first time using this one. I got the one that says home is where our story begins. And this is my first time using it, so I'm gonna fuzz it like 6 times. Yeah, they're gonna be cute in the house. They'll match really well. I think I'm gonna put them right in my dining room on the shelves. You can use an easel or kickstand or something. So because this is like black in here, I'm actually gonna use a little bit of the black paste on this. So it fits, but the problem is the frame over top is gonna cover a little bit of it. See? But it just is what it is. It'll be all right. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of the black. Don't need much at all, just a little bit. Use your squeegee. You can just rinse it off if you only have one. I have a multitude of them. And we're just gonna chalk this. So press it through, get your excess off. Suzanne Handy, you're going in the drawing, my friend.
It'll take a while to use that.
I know. We'll probably have a time for one more, so I'll start my timer. Let's go ahead and peel this up. Look at those lines. The perfect lines every time. So then, let me write down Suzanne's name. I don't even need to write Handy because I know who Suzanne is. All right. If you guys are just jumping on, say hey, comment mystery. What we're going to do now is just get these all dry. We're actually done chalking. So I guess we didn't even need this 5th one, but in case you mix up another color or something. Put this away. And then we're just going to go ahead and get this dry. This should be close to dry over here. Hi Erin, how are you? How's everybody's weekend going? So now what we have to do is just assemble this. We're gonna glue everything together. I told you guys I like to use tacky glue. It's kind of up to you. And then we have our ribbons. We can add like a bow hanger, just one. And then we can just add a, a bow to another one, however we want to do it. Here's that one. Just watched the replay last night. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'll check it right after this. Like I said, I'm going to start sending invoices from the sale after this. When I go inside. Lots of items from the sale, or from the patriotic sale last night. Alright, we're dry. So now, I'm going to take my tacky glue. And we're going to start gluing it together. So I think I'll start with this one. So I told you guys you have 2 frames for each of the bigger parts. You want to glue them because it's like a spacer so that it's flush when you put your middle part in. So I'm just going to take my tacky glue, go around the edge here. The thing with tacky glue though is that it does take a little longer to cure. So I'm probably just going to add a squirt of hot glue just to make sure it doesn't move on me too much. Just the tiniest bit, like in the corners or something. And then just put it on there. And I like to just set it up like that so I know it's nice and straight. So there's one. And then take your one that you stained. Do you have a big order? Well, we're grateful for that. Thank you very much. Take our tacky glue, go around the outer part. Like I said, you guys, if you're doing this live with us, make sure you post it in the VIP group afterwards. I'd love to see what yours looks like. And again, you don't have to do the hot glue. I just do it because I want to make sure I can hold it up so you guys can see it. Okay. So then once that's on there, my sister told me this morning every horse in the Derby today can trace their lineage back to Secretariat. No way. That is cool. Very neat. All right, there's that part. And then there's a score mark so you know where to place your oval, okay? So I'm gonna take my tacky glue first. And then a little bit of hot glue just to hold it in place for me. And then just line that up. Not to sound dumb, but when do you use tacky glue versus hot glue? So I use tacky glue for everything. The hot glue is just to hold it in place while I'm live because I want to be able to hold it up for you guys. Does that make sense? But tacky glue is my favorite. And then hot glue I use for like my ribbon and stuff like that. But usually if I'm just, see, I should just use that. But if I'm just gluing my cutouts together, I just use tacky glue. And if you let it cure, like it lasts really, really well. The hot glue is really just for the purpose of being able to hold it up so it doesn't slide. Weird random facts. Well, I appreciate weird random facts. Just got that on my finger. That was lovely. I hate glue string, so I really don't like using the hot glue, but it's just so that we can hold it up, which of course is probably going to be dry now. Pretty that is. That one is not going to stay down because it's dried. I keep moving it and it dries again. Isn't it cute? I like it. This one's giving me fits because I keep letting it dry. Let me add a little bit more tacky glue on here. We got it this time. The kids are doing well. Their dads, actually Parker and Sophie had their first marching band rehearsal this morning. They were there for like 3 hours. Sophie said she's so sore. She has the big, what's it called, snare drum, and it's like huge. She has to hold it like it's got like a thing that goes around her neck. So it's her first time in marching band. She's my drummer, so there's that one. What do you guys think? I think this one is the one we're gonna add the bow hanger to. I'm not sure yet. But now let's glue this one together. So take your spacer one first. Isn't it turning out pretty? I like it a lot. I'm still mad that I messed up the sizing. I don't know how I did that, but. Because I knew the transfer was like 5 by 5, but it was actually 6 by 6. Thank you. I want just a little hot glue. I forgot about that. Just on the corners. You guys can skip this step. Place it on, hold her up, make sure it's flush, and take your stained one. Isn't it pretty? I like it a lot. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. Place this one on. Some of the glue squeezes out, and I just get that off of there. And then let's take this one. Doesn't the print look so pretty? I love the flowers. Add a tiny bit of hot glue. And just line it up with your frame. Okay, so this is where it's going to make, I can still read it on mine for the most part other than the E. So I'm wondering if, I'm hoping all you guys can still read yours. I might just leave mine off. What do you guys think? How are your guys' fitting in there? Yeah, you could skip the frame on it. I still think it looks really good. That's where we could add like a bow. So then you have a couple pieces of ribbon with your project. So this one I think I want to add like a ribbon hanger. So what I was thinking was, I'm just going to take the velvet one and tie just a simple bow. Although the velvet only has one good side, so once you do this, you just kind of flip this part. Yeah, I think we'll leave it off. What do you guys think? How does yours, guys, how do the ones, those of you that are doing it with me, how does yours fit? Yeah, I'm going to distress the edges. They're already distressed, but I'll distress it a little bit more. So then flip this. We got, Marsha, you're already in here, aren't you? You are. So we're going to do the one above it, which is Sandra Koski? I don't know if I'm saying that right. You're going in the drawing for next week. Thank you guys for commenting today. I appreciate it. It's probably the last giveaway we'll do today. But I think that's fun. What do you guys think of that new giveaway thing? I think it's a good idea. And then I just like to make mine like smaller. I don't want it to be anything crazy. Yeah, we totally messed up on that, so I apologize if you guys ordered one, but you can make it work or leave it off. Some of them I think will fit right in there. You'll still be able to read it. Some of the transfers don't go to the edge, so I think you'd be able to see it better, but so I'm just gonna kind of do it like that. Okay, and then, so you can like attach this to like some kind of a hanger, but then just glue this to the back side, like this, and then hang it. See what I'm saying? Just like that. So then you'd have some, you can like add like a little, I don't know, some kind of a hanger. What am I trying to think of, Mark? Like a, there's hangers you can like apply underneath the ribbon right here, and then it would hang right from that.
Oh, one of those little like picture hangers.
Yeah, picture hangers. So we're just going to glue this on there. You can actually, if it was a little bit longer, you could have had it hanging down underneath, but it's a little bit too long. But I'm just going to glue this on here. That was hot. Oh yeah, for sure, Sandra. Thank you for telling me, but I'll still put you in the drawing. And then glue this side down. I should have put a finger condom on. Mark's gonna ruin his fingers for me. I appreciate that, Sandra. Thanks for telling me. Yeah, Canadian shipping, if I were to ship a giveaway, like a small giveaway to Canada, it would cost $20 just to ship it, which is nuts. So trim this off. You can use these for, you know, something else. But there's that. I'm gonna let that sit for a second. This one, I think what I'm gonna do is just make like a simple bow again, but we're gonna just add it to either the side or the top. Doesn't it look nice with the ribbon? I like it. It is nasty rainy here, you guys.
So we like to every day for like the next
yeah
little bit.
this one, I think I just want to add it on the side. And then just kind of have the ribbon draping down. I'm just going to add a tiny bit of glue right here. And then I'm going to trim this a little bit, just at an angle here on the side. Just did that the opposite way of the way I wanted to do it. So one this way. That's okay. Isn't that cute? So then you could just add like an easel or something with it. I think that's adorable. I think the only other thing I'm going to do, just because I'm not using the frame on it, is just take some, do I want to use distress ink or do I want to use dark wax? Let me see here. You might not have this obviously, but I'm just going to see, is this what I want to add? Yeah, we're going to use the Vintage Photo Distress ink. Whatever kind of, if you have any distress ink, you can use it. Otherwise,
I love this stuff.
just go around the edge here. And you can kind of blend it even with your finger. But we're just going to kind of apply it just to give it a little bit more, you know.
Just came in the mail today.
Isn't that cute? Show them.
Is that for my birthday?
No. I ordered, so Buddy has his food dish, and he has it on like this mat we've had. We've had it for like, ever since we got
Oh,
it.
is that what that is?
Yeah, it's for his food.
Oh, I thought it was like a big mouse pad.
A mouse pad?
Well, yeah, it's the same.
No.
Look at
It's for his food. It's got his name on it. How
Nice.
cute is that?
I think he's overdue for a new mat.
You're having beautiful weather. Well, I'm jealous of you. I know that.
No.
He'll know who he is. I thought it was cute. I ordered it off Etsy. Support small business.
Yep.
So I'm just going to do this around the edge. We're pretty much done, you guys. We appreciate you hanging out. Make sure you post your mystery bundle in the VIP group if you did it with us. Hi, Carrie. If you guys want one of these, like I said, we do have some extras. So comment mystery, check your messenger, and you can let me know. And then you can also tell me if you want in on the next round. But I think these turned out really pretty, even though we had a little snafu with the frame.
I love those inks.
Yeah, they're cool. I wish Chalk would partner with them.
You could even like do it on the frame if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah, you could.
Like darker. You know.
Yeah. Aren't they pretty? It does look like a mouse pad. Well, it's not. It's a food mat. If you guys order mystery bundles with us, not the next one because it's going to be patriotic, but probably the next few will have these types of ribbon because I ordered way too much for the first round. So we have a lot of it. But it's pretty. So I love lace and I love velvet. So there, I think that's good. What do we think? Do we love it? I love it. Hi, Pam. Pam just joined our church, you guys. We're super glad to have her. Everybody welcome her.
Hi, Pam.
All right, here they are, you guys. What do we think? So this one can hang up. And then this one can just like sit or whatever. What do we think? Aren't they cute?
Beautiful.
I love these. I think they turned out so pretty. Hopefully I'm smiling long enough. I always feel so awkward, but cute, right? I love them. I think they turned out so cute. Make sure you guys post yours in the VIP group, okay? We appreciate you hanging out. As always, if you guys have any questions, let us know. If you guys want to learn more about being a part of our crafting community, comment mystery, check your messenger. You can join Perks to get 30% off. You can join our club as well, and you'll get 30% off of that if you join Perks first. You'll get our DIY club kit each month. Or you can join our team for half off this month and become a designer and start your own DIY crafting business, make some extra cash or whatever. But yeah, we appreciate you guys hanging out. Let us know if you guys have any questions. Let us know if you want in on the next round. And yeah, we love and appreciate you guys. I'm going to start sending invoices from the sale today, and you guys can claim through Monday. Karen, we have extra if you would like one. Just message us, okay? All right, guys, take care. Bye.